Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back to another episode, Jason Guna TV. We're doing a live show tonight. Just want to touch on all the updates going on with the Reggae Boyz, the JFF Nations League build up. USA had their squad reveal today, and also going to touch on the UCL round of 16 results, see who the quarterfinalists are. So, yeah, nice show set up for tonight. Just want to touch base with some of the things going on around the JFF right now. Of course, as you can see in the title, a lot of things going on. Have the big matchup coming up on the 21st, of course. But the first thing I want to touch on tonight is the U20s. So we had some big news yesterday with the U20s. Of course, there was a release from the JFF regarding John Wall and his situation with the under-20 team. So I just want to pull that up for you and show you what's going on with that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and show this post that the JFF made. Yeah, so basically, the post yesterday reads, for immediate release, the Jamaica Football Federation has decided to recall. I want you to note that word recall, to recall Coach John Wall from duties with the under-20 team so he can better concentrate on assisting Coach Halgrimson in preparing the senior men's national team for the numerous competitions ahead. This includes the Nations League, the Copa America Championship, and 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Wall, who coached the U20 men's team at the recent Concacaf qualifying round in St. Kitts, is also the FIFA talent development scheme manager for Jamaica and assistant coach to Halgrimson. Experienced coach Jerome Waite will work with the U20 team, which will go into Concacaf Championship final round World Cup qualifiers in July. It's always a joy working with the national program. It will be great going into the qualifiers with this group of players. Qualification won't be easy, but it is something that can be accomplished. Close quote. That was from Jerome Waite. So definitely, I thought it was something that came out of nowhere for me. Didn't really see it coming. I did hear some rumblings about concerns with maybe some of the alliances or allegiances that John Wall was beginning to form with some of the coaches in Jamaica. Well, one coach in particular. But I was of the impression that while the team didn't do as well as I think it could, um, all things considered, for them to get the 9 points was a decent enough result. My wonder though is the JFF, as they put it, recalled him to senior team duties. Surely the JFF would have known, leading into this summer that he definitely would be, tied in many different directions at once, because we have the Nations League in June, we have World Cup qualifiers. We have Nations League in March, World Cup qualifiers in June, and then we lead right into the Copa America late June. And then, simultaneously that under-20 championships would be starting in July, with preparations, of course, ramping up once the season ended overseas in May sometime. So, with all that being said, I'm not really sure how they were planning on having him, coach the U20 team and also coach the senior team in the assistant capacity. So, for me, I thought that the wording in the statement was good and clear. Didn't really reference it being a decision based on, any technical aspect, nothing that the technical committee brought forward, at least from what they released. And if it's a situation where they thought someone else would be better served due to, his multiple hats that he wears with the JFF, then I'm all for the decision. My hope is that the release is the real reason. They don't want him stretched too thin. They'd rather someone that can focus on the task at hand. My only concern with that being said is that the person who will be succeeding John Wall, Jerome Waite, also has a job in Jamaica, managing currently or head coaching currently Tivoli Gardens Football Club in the Premier League. So, my hope is that that wouldn't prevent him from putting everything or his all into, coaching the U20 squad. Kimo, big up yourself, bro. Respect. Yeah, man. So, I think John Wall, you know, look, there have been rumblings that some of his selection for the team may have been compromised due to his some relationships he has formed. One glaring omission I thought from the U20 squad was a veteran from the last U20 squad also captain one or two of the games in Trinidad in the pre-tour that they went on to play a few games. Kobe Thomas. I heard that it was pretty much down to him or another midfielder, and the other midfielder was chosen. And based on merit, I don't agree with that decision. And I think some other people didn't as well. Also, you know, um, when you look at some things that he had said in the past, professional minutes needing to be a requirement for him as far as making his team, and then you looked at some of the players that were selected, didn't quite fit that criteria. But he did have some things working against him. It was outside of a FIFA window, so most of his professional players he could call upon probably would have issues leaving their clubs at the time. So, a lot of things were said leading up. People said that maybe his mouth got him into trouble as far as his job is concerned. If that was the true case, I don't think he would still be involved in the program in any way. I don't think that the hierarchy at the JFF and John Wall have any problems. I just think that, uh, you know, maybe they didn't think that the requirements that he would have with the senior team would get in the way of this, but not really sure how they would have thought that knowing the schedule that was coming up for the summer. So, my hope is that the gentleman Jerome Waite, the experienced coach that he is, takes over. I saw an article in the Gleaner today that he's ready to go. He can't wait to start working with the players. Knows he has about 3 months to get going with them. So, yeah, it's gonna be an uphill climb for him, especially the players would have gotten used to John Wall and his instructions, and I'm sure Jerome will be attacking it from a different angle as far as tactics are concerned. So, you know, um, I hope that they find a way to at least give Waite some time with the players that he wants to use, and they can train and try to learn what he wants to implement quickly, because we'll be the caliber of opponent will be changing drastically in the next round. So we need to make sure that we're prepared. Big up yourself, float management. Respect for the view, bro. Yeah, man. As you come in, just touch up the like button. Yeah, I know the YouTube street's kind of on fire right now, but wanted to just put out a video. If anything, if you're seeing this on the rewatch, just be sure to join the conversation by commenting. And when you do view the video, like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. Help the channel to grow, as Fresh God said. Very thankful to be at 357 subs so fast. So yeah, just gonna keep putting in the work, putting out videos, and you and I will watch the channel grow. Big up yourself, 433 presser. Respect for the view, bro. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Yeah, man. So what do you guys think about this whole U20 coaching switch? Do you think that it was a good move? As I say, if you're watching this back on the show, just leave a comment in the comment section. Uplab, respect for the subscribe, bro. Yes, Lee Young, Jerome Waite and the JFF have a history. I did hear on a program where Rudolph Speed, I believe it was on Oral Tracy's program, said that that is not true. Those rumors about him being fired, he said he doesn't know anything about that and he was not fired. So, you know, do with that what you will. I know what was being said around the airwaves, and I did hear that Lee Young that after he was let go from his post, he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say. Chemo, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Constant, never-ending drama show with this JFF at times. 433 Presser says, Jason, based on what Craig is saying, He's saying some interesting things pertaining to Wall. Yeah, I was able. If you're referring to as recently as tonight, I heard him on Ryan's program, and he was basically saying that he believes that he was removed because the JFF realized that he cannot be manipulated. So I believe that Craig is very measured in what he says. So if he's putting out those statements, you should try to dig deeper and figure out the meaning of why he would want that out there as the narrative behind the firing. So I think he was asked directly whether he had anything to do with him being let go, and his response was what I just said about him not being able to be manipulated and that being the reason. So I'm sure more will come out from this. I'm interested. I know the Reggae Boyz press conference is tomorrow, and I know at times John Wall is also there, as well as Marion Garden. I'm interested to see if John Wall is present tomorrow, because I know that if the press conference is open to online media, I'm sure he'll receive a question about it. And even if it's not, and it's just the local media that has a chance to ask questions, I'm sure if he's on that panel, he'll be asked that question or something about that question, the recall, so to speak. Presser says, and to add to that, Jason, let's be realistic. Speed position is conflict of interest. Yeah, man. I think in football in Jamaica, it's always going to be that situation, because in order to be a part of the Parish Associations, you'd have to be a part of some club. And if you look around the world in most confeds, that is going on. I think the difference in Jamaica at times is, most of the bigger countries in the world, their players maybe aren't being selected for these national teams as much. And Jamaica is kind of getting away from that as well, at least at the senior level. Very, very rarely is the squad comprised of more local players than overseas players, at least overseas playing players, not necessarily overseas born players. So, yeah, I think the conflict of interest is hard to avoid based on how the constitution of the JFF is written. So that's one thing we have to keep in mind as well. Rich Ties, big up yourself, bro. Says, while he can't be manipulated by the JFF, seems he can be manipulated by Butler. So how would the JFF feel about that? Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, the rumor mill is stating that a part of the reason why he's being removed is due to his I guess you'd say relationship, friendly or professional with Craig Butler and Phoenix Academy. There was a lot of rumors as well that most of the camps that were had by him, even though there weren't many, based on what the JFF and Mr. Speed was saying yesterday on a program, but most of them involved a lot of Phoenix players. Was that just by chance? Was that because of the relationship that they claim they have? I don't know. He categorically denied having either him or Coach Halgrimson ever on his boat. So that rumor that's been going around, Butler vehemently denied tonight. So yeah, so I don't know what's the truth with that whole situation, but I do know that I have heard enough things to know that that saying, where there's smoke there's fire. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have some type of relationship, friendly or professional. Up Martin, big up, bro. One of my first time subscriber them right there, Martin Baker. Bless up yourself, bro. Just discuss all the foolishness going on. So yeah, the U20 coaching carousel, man, it's a crazy thing. All I can say as a Jamaican fan, of course, I wish Jerome Waite all the best, and I hope that he gets the requisite time needed to prepare the squad. I hope that John Wall will at least give him some information regarding players who he may have scouted already, so that Jerome can do his due diligence now and see which players he would like to bring in. We saw, based on the quality, more than likely there are going to be plenty of spots. Well, not plenty, but quite a few spots on the field where we're going to need some upgrades and some better quality, especially in the depth department. So yeah, all around, I think we can do with some players being brought in. I know there are a few that come to mind that were, maybe couldn't make it due to obligations with their clubs. And I know there were others that were in the process of getting documentation. So, on this channel, I'm never going to be the one to like bring out all kind of names if none of them, if I don't have all the information. But I can tell you that the pipeline looks good. And there are a lot of options as far as overseas professionals are concerned. I did see some talent in the first set of games that I would like to see get some more chances. But if we're being realistic, guys, we're going to need, I would say, between 10 and 12 players to come in, and maybe about 6 to 10 holdovers. So, or 8 to 10 holdovers. So that would be my balance if I was moving the squad forward. I do think we're going to need some upgrades in certain areas of the pitch. I think we didn't have an actual left back for the entire tournament. So, at least one of those would need to come in. And there are some other places that I think we can improve as well. So, let's see how it shakes out going forward. Again, the JFF kind of with a move out of left field as far as I'm concerned, but we'll see how it shakes out. Bless up, Jay. Respect. I know the streets have a lot of things going on, so all the people with the multiple screens can definitely turn on me as one of them tonight, But yeah, man, safe hands. Bless up, big keeper coach. Respect. Time and support. I think he's a great youth coach. Yeah, man, Rich Toys. He has done a good job with some previous teams. I know there was that the last time he was a part of a squad for one of these tournaments was the Under-20s qualifiers, and I think they had 3 wins and 1 draw, and the draw was against Mexico. They basically were tied on points, but goal difference saw them not make it through. So, he has a good track record with the national team. And we'll see if this version is just as successful. Hopefully he can get it over the top this time. I believe it's going to be 12 teams, six already qualified, and the 6 group winners from before. Should be 3 groups of 4 with the top 2 going through, and then the 2 best third place will get into a quarterfinal round. And then, of course, once we win a quarterfinal knockout match, we basically will be in the U20 World Cup. And if you remember, the last time we went in a tournament like this, we were able to get to the quarterfinals and had a nail-biting loss to the Dominican Republic. So we were that close, people. We were that close. With all the beating we were giving Fuzzy, we almost actually made it. You guys notice that man football mix-up start, but I wonder if we start worry. Boy, yeah, I mean, look, I've heard a lot of things today on the airwaves, and I'm going to touch on them briefly once we get to the Reggae Boyz squad presser part of the show. But Martin, it does seem like whenever football about to play, it does ramp up even more. It made me wonder if, I think there's a lot of agents around the football right now that maybe might not be doing, whatever they're doing with the football for the right reasons. And I think that's why sometimes a lot of these stories, come out of everywhere, and a lot of misinformation kind of goes around. But as I said earlier, where there's smoke, there's fire. So you can't really put down everything you hear. But, I'm just not willing to run out with things that I don't really have the 1000% proof of, My brethren will accept free world boss. Respect, Matthew. Bless up yourself. I know if I'm going to free though, Look like it rough on the world boss. All right, so I'm gonna cut off this. Yeah, so yeah, people. So that's the Under-20 kind of roundup with all the things going on with that. The next thing I want to touch on is tomorrow. Of course, we have the Reggae Boyz press conference. If you didn't hear that news, people, it's gonna be tomorrow, 11 o'clock Jamaica time, 12 o'clock Eastern time for me, and that's midday, of course, 11 a.m. And there will be a press conference. I believe it's going to be at the JFF, and that will be to reveal the squad for the Nations League. So we'll be hearing the 23-man squad tomorrow. Now, there have been some shows up today on the YouTube space and around the airwaves of potential suspension for one of the players that I have on screen on the background tonight, Mr. Leon Bailey. So basically, I remember in the last window when we played the 2 matches against Canada, for the Jamaican leg of the matchup, there were rumors that some of the players had gone out, I believe on a Sunday night, out, forget the name of the function or the session or whatever, but that's irrelevant. That was a story going around at the time, and people were of course unhappy. Some were saying it wasn't true, some were producing pictures of the players at the place. So I don't know what to believe on that, but basically it was something that was out there and going around. And at the time, there was really no talk of any repercussions for the players when it happened. Basically, we were just kind of upset that they would actually be doing those type of things on the match week. So some people were saying, boys, they're professionals, let them have some fun. Others were saying, look, they're here for business, it needs to be business. Would they be doing that when they're with their clubs and all these things? So I don't know, people. I have not gotten any 100% proof that he won't be in the team. I will take a watch and wait approach. I won't run out with any news that, any bombshells or anything saying, yes, he's definitely not going to be there. As I said, people, my sources haven't confirmed it. But I can tell you that none of my sources were able to deny it either. So at the end of the day, people, tomorrow, 11 o'clock Jamaica time, 12 o'clock Eastern, we will hear the team. As I said before, I am not really certain if there will be any way for online media to ask questions, but I am hopeful that I can get a link and join some kind of Zoom if it is going to be open to the public online. So yeah, if I can get in there, people, I have some good questions, so hopefully I get a chance to. I know typically the ones in Jamaica, they don't really open it up to the online, so I'm not really hopeful of that. But I know that once they get to Texas for the Nations League build-up, definitely I'll have the opportunity to ask some questions of the coach. So, looking forward to this squad release. I think pretty much now most of the players that we thought were on the fence with injuries pretty much are back. The ones that were long-term that we kind of knew. Of course, we saw the pictures from Amari Bell on Instagram recovering from surgery. So, speedy recovery to Amari. Big up. We're really going to miss you this go-around. But as I said in earlier streams, we're just going to have the next man up mentality. We'll have to, we're only as strong as the next guy who's there. And so Greg Lee definitely will have to step up in this window because, pretty much he's the next one up on that position. So other than that, I think some of the players did have some rough results. I know that in the Concacaf Champions League, Philly were dismantled in Mexico by Pachuca. It was 6-0 on the night. Tough night for Damian Lowe and Andre Blake. Andre Blake did have a mistake for one of the goals as well, partly to blame for another one. Some of the others really he couldn't do anything about, but I thought Damian Lowe was, he tried, but, it was just men against boys on the night. I thought Philly, I think Mexico, the Pachuca team was better when they were in Philly for sure, but Philly played a lot better in Philly as well. I don't think they showed up and turned up on the night, and they definitely got handled. So, hopefully, I know they have a MLS game on the weekend, so hopefully Philly can bounce back and get that result out of their brains because, you hate to see a keeper that's going to come keep for you in the Nations League have to get 6 goals past his net. So Blake is not one to give up a lot of goals typically, so hopefully he can get them all out his system in Mexico, and by the time he reaches Texas, he's back to Blake the Wall, giving us the clean sheet, hopefully, Martin Baker said, for me, the YouTubers ask questions too, because if it was for old media, we would not have the hype we have now. Yeah, a lot of people attribute some of the performances lately to the YouTube questions in the press conferences. I don't know how true that is, but look, it can't hurt. And I think at times maybe the YouTubers might have their hands on the pulse of the fans a little bit more than the traditional media. That is definitely a fact because the diehard fans are the ones, like I said, there's like 4 or 5 streams going on right now, and there's still some people in there watching me go live, somebody who barely have any subs. So, these are the fans that really are the ones looking for the news, looking for the football discussion. And, when the YouTubers or the new media personnel get a chance to ask questions, the only thing that I hope is, they don't waste the opportunity. Ask something that people really do want to hear the answer to. And for the most part, they have been doing that. So I have to give credit to most of those I've heard with the questions in the interviews or in the press conferences. Excuse me. Yeah, man, Martin, 6 past Blake. well, rough. Yeah, man, Mexico League I rule everything, man, because when you look at this round, the round of 16 we're in now, I believe all the Mexican teams have advanced, and the only MLS teams that got through basically beat other MLS teams. I saw Messi and Suarez them got through tonight against Nashville. I think the same was for Columbus, knocked out somebody as well. So there's one more game going on now. It's an all-Mexican game with America and Guadalajara, but America up 3-0 from the first leg, so more than likely them go through. But yeah, one day I have to do a Concacaf Champions League roundup. But back to Reggae Boyz squad presser tomorrow. So people, as I said before, I'm not going to report on this live today that Bailey is not going to be in the squad. Also heard from Butler this evening on a program. He was on Elite Sports TV. Check it out if you don't know. Ryan LFC, the host. Yeah, so he was on there and Ryan asked him directly, is Bailey suspended? And of course, Butler said he can't really answer that due to the fact that the press conference is tomorrow. But he did give a cryptic answer saying, if he is suspended, the JFF should just make sure that they give the whole story on it and all these things. So, look, Butler can't say anything yet, or he shouldn't. Obviously he would be privy to that information as he's the management for the player, and they must, contact the management as well as the club. So, but I'm sure they know that they are not allowed to say anything publicly until the squad is officially released by the JFF and the coach. So, yeah, there was no way he would be able to say anything there. Bless up Owen. Big up yourself. Yeah, man, Martin. One bag of confusion and all kind of madness. But as I say, it's going to be the football channel. Obviously, it's going on, so I'm going to talk about it. But as I said before, not confirming or denying, just waiting. Lee Young said, good for him being suspended. Well, Lee Young, as I say, I'm going to take the wait and watch approach. I'm not going to run out and say I'm suspend or I'm not suspend. But, where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes. So, as I say, we have about 12 hours, 13 hours, and we'll find out the truth of what's going on. It is bad timing, Lee Young, for sure. Because because the reasons that have been given for why he would be suspended is broken curfew, the last window. So, they could have just suspended him for those games or for the first game, or, if that's what it's for, then I don't see the need to prolong the suspension till another window. What was the point of that? Or maybe they figure he's already made the trip. Let's not suspend him while he's here on this trip. Next time him don't come on the trip and we suspend him. So it's like we don't waste the slot. Maybe that was the thinking behind it. But boy, bad timing for real. But at the end of the day, if that's the rule, if the rule is, break curfew, you get suspended, then, you can't really fight that. You have to draw the line somewhere, or else you'll just be a pushover for the team. Yeah, but good, you have to, Yeah, man, Martin, it might be the most views JFF get ever on a live for this press conference. Trust me. Maybe it was a master marketing move by the JFF. Who knows? I just want people to watch the press conference. I would love if it's just that. Can't have players showing a lack of respect for the team and rules. Agree, Lee Young. Agree. We say Owen. It don't matter. Play or not, we're not beating that USA team. Well, look, Owen, it's tough, But it can happen. They have to play the game. Can't just give USA the victory just because them name USA. But I agree, it's gonna be an uphill battle for sure. But I do also agree that I don't think one player will be making the difference. I think It's going to be a team effort regardless of who is on the pitch. Obviously, we'll need moments of individual brilliance, I'm sure. But the good thing is I think we have multiple players capable of doing things like that. So, at least on the attacking end of things. Do you believe JA is shooting himself in our foot? Well, that remains to be seen, Martin. I think the press conference will answer that question for us a little more. My hope is that I won't leave the press conference with more questions and answers. Obviously, I'll have the main answer that I would want, which is who is on the team. But I'm just hoping that the questions asked bear enough fruit for me to be able to get some understanding on what's going on. But again, this will be anxiously anticipated to see this press conference tomorrow. I definitely will be there front and center to see it. Yeah, Owen, I have the US team pulled up that I'm going to share with you guys in a second. Just to highlight the severity of the task we have. It's not a baby team that's coming to play us at all. We don't even have a midfield. Well, Owen, I think the midfielders, Latibo there for sure. I think Latibo there will be there. I don't think he should play midfield, but I think he'll be there as a midfielder under the coach. I think Kerry Anderson on form. I know he's young, but look, the engine room, I think, needs some engine, and that's something that he definitely can offer. Just a player with a lot of energy. I think he's better technically than we give him credit for as well, and he's steadily improving. So Kerry Anderson for me has to be there. I'm also saying that Casey Palmer has to be there as well. I know he's a more attacking player, but for our setup and what we need, he's gonna have to play a little deeper in our system. I think he had 2 games for us, Honduras and Haiti. I thought the Honduras game was a little bit better than the Haiti game for me. Maybe the physicality of the Haiti game, I wouldn't say it was a bit much for him, but I thought it did, disrupt his game a little more than in the Honduras game, which I thought he was a little bit better. And I think, with him playing his 2 games for Jamaica at the stadium, not the greatest surface in the world, a little bumpy. I think we'll see a better version of Casey Palmer at Cowboy Stadium where, it should be like a carpet out there. So, I think that will help his game. I think so. That's 3 for me. Bobby Reid as well as a midfielder. My hope is that the coach experiments a little more with the 3 in midfield. We typically play the 4-4-2 where the 2 in midfield are usually outnumbered in the midfield. I thought that not only Lowe going into midfield in the second half, but playing 3 midfielders during that stretch when Lowe was in midfield really was a difference maker. It was Lowe, DJ, and Bobby Reid in the midfield. Bobby Reid did drop into the midfield in that second half, and I think it was that counter goal where I think it was DJ dispossessed somebody. Bobby brought the ball forward, and then the counter attack flowed from there. Gray into Nicholson goal. So yeah, I think that 3 in midfield, hopefully we'll see that a little bit more in this game coming up, because I believe the quality is definitely a mismatch, so we can't let the numbers also be mismatched while we're playing the game. I think that would be suicide. So hopefully we tweak that, whether it's playing a more dedicated midfielder to partner the striker who drops into midfield, or just changing it to a 4-3-3 altogether. So, yeah, man, the Bailey question will come up regardless, even if he's in the team. Was there any truth to him being thought to be suspended or anything? So, yeah, I'm sure it will come up. Our midfield can't match up. We would need to pack the midfield to stand a chance. Yeah, I agree totally. We need to try to get the numbers up in midfield. That's the only way. Is the new media invited to the press conference? We can't really rely. Well, Lee Young, in the past, when the press conferences are in Jamaica, I don't remember a time where they had the Zoom set up. Now, if it's a situation where they're filming it from the offices, there's a chance that John Wall will just be on a laptop or a computer, and they will have the Zoom open. and they'll have people in the room to ask questions, and they'll also have the Zoom open to those not there. But I haven't gotten any notification as of yet, which could be possible, but sometimes they'll send it the morning of. So I know if the new media has a chance, I will get the link and I will be in there myself. So if you have any questions you'd like me to ask, you can drop them. Yeah, Martin. He's in my. That would be. I think I said what, 4 midfielders. Yeah, he would be my 5th midfielder, Omari Hutchinson. And I still think we need one more tackler in there. So, I think when I picked my team before, I was putting Kevin Lambert. He did play one game in the USL with his new team. Did play well. Played 90 minutes. I think he got like a 6.8 or something, and SOFA score. Not too bad. But I think I'm gonna go with John Russell just based on continuity from the last team. I know he doesn't get much game time when he gets picked, but he did score a goal recently, back from injury recently, and it wasn't really starting, but did start the last game and score and play 90 minutes. So I think he's fit enough to get the call, and I'd like to see him maybe be an option. If we just want a bigger body in the midfield to partner Latibeaudiere or whoever else would start. It could be Kira Anderson if Latibeaudiere plays a different position. Which is my hope that he goes on the back line somewhere. Yeah, man. We need for in there, Martin. Big up Sean Base. Big up Sir Base. What going for Suriname? I see the side pick. What you feel about your side? You think your side look good for the friendlies? Yeah, man. Let them know, Sean. Let them know. Yeah, so people, squad tomorrow. Big reveal. Hopefully, me in the building, whether watching the JFF or in the Zoom meeting, ready to ask a question. Yeah, Sean, I didn't get to watch all of it because my daughter had training, but I taped it, so I'm gonna watch it back. But I did see that they drew, and I did see that the game was pretty tight in terms of the statistics. So I'm sure you're pleased with the showing that they gave today. Obviously, probably disappointed they didn't get through, but look, the beatings that some of these teams get in, Robin Hood should be proud that they were able to get a draw at home. Herediano is not a baby side; they're a decent team that I think will play any team that's left in the competition, give them a good game. So that's a good result, I think, for you guys, Sean. Yeah, man, Martin, it's a rough, man. It's a rough. All we can do right now is just wait for the reveal tomorrow, and hopefully no mad surprises. But I have seen some rumors about the squad again. I'm not gonna be in the business of bringing out anything that I'm not sure of. So those names will stay with me, but I'll be able to see who was leaking the information correctly tomorrow once I see the squad, because I've seen a number of different squads with different names. So I would love to know, like, is who can hold water is like one big telephone game with JFF information. Like one man tell one man this, and by the time it reached to the 5th person, it totally different story than the first time. So that's why I'm just wait, people. Wait. Don't rush these things. Any news on the election? Well, Uplab, the only news that I have seen, is that the Court of Appeal upheld the decision to throw out the injunction filed by the Beach Soccer Association. That basically there's no grounds for what they're bringing to the table, and the election must still go down on the March the 17th, which is this Sunday. So yeah, it lost the first time. They took it to the appeals court, and the appeals court upheld the decision. So it looks like they have shot their last bullet as far as that's concerned, and it is confirmed that they are no longer an affiliate, and they will not be able to cast a vote at the general election on the March the 17th. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that. That's what I know about it. It's still happening Sunday. Up to today, I know both sides were still doing their canvassing, trying to get their last minute, whatever they do to convince people to vote for them. I'm sure Travis will know what they do, but I won't speculate. Sean, we have a good squad to compete against Martin. The former Carousel head coach is Menzo, his assistant Remco. Okay. Nice. Yeah, man. I will definitely be watching out for all those games, man, because that next tier of teams, those are the teams that you want to see how much closer they're getting to the rest of the CONCACAF, because I think Mexico and USA are up there alone in that tier. And I think the rest are kind of all fighting to get up with them. And there's not much separation from the Canadas, Jamaicas, Panamas, Costa Ricas, down to the Surinams, Curaçaos. Like on any given day, I think those teams can give those teams a good match. So CONCACAF the gap is shrinking. But I still think USA and Mexico are the top dogs, and everybody's trying to catch them. Travis Peso up, bro. Respect. I know the streets full up, but respect for the view, bro. Drop a like on the video, yeah, man. Is Omari a constant on those league squads? He wasn't on everyone, but I would say majority, because I saw up to 5 different ones today from different places, right? And I would say he was on 3 out of 5. So there were a few that were on every squad, but Omari was not one of them. So again, almost 13 hours, a little less than 13 hours, we see it. Caris, big up energy. Respect. So no JPL game on Sunday. No, I believe that they did. Hold on, that's a good question, Uplab. I thought that the plan, because most of the administrators and stuff will be a part of this casting votes. So I was under the impression that they would have just not had any matches, or either that or they just move them all up to. Okay. So what they did in our Uplab, they have moved the games to Monday and Wednesday for this round. So they're having 2 games Monday and then 3 more games on Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, the weekend won't affect everything. And then the following weekend now them go back to regular Sunday and then 2 game Monday or 1 game Monday. Robin Hood creating chances but don't capitalize, and these big teams don't need much to score, but still good showcase from Robin Hood. They've showed that they're the better side from the Caribbean. Yeah, man, as I said, that's a good result for them. I mean, even though they didn't win the game, just being down, I think it was 2-0 from the first leg. So, 3-1 over aggregate, that's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. And as you said, I'm creating chances. Because Robin Hood played good football, I mean, even in the final against Cavalier didn't really. They did have, I remember one good breakaway maybe, but they didn't do much in that final, man. Robin Hood was the better side to me in that game, football-wise. Yeah, Martin, so respect for that, because the segue that I mean, have the USA squad pull up and they want to go through and show people the quality that we're about to face for this upcoming game. All right, people, I'm just pull up the squad real quick. USA posted it on them Twitter, so I'm just pull it up. No, not that. So I'm gonna know. Yo, people, not hear me? Bear with me, people. I'm gonna chop off the whole of my screen. I don't know why I'm gonna do that. All right, people, let me know. You can see that? Yeah, all right. So uno dede. So let me see if me can fix why me not on here. There we go. All right, cool. So now see me now. So yeah. So here is the squad, people. The USA squad. See if we can just zoom it for now a little bit so I see it a little better. That's not it. That's John Wall. All right, here we go. Cool. So here is the squad, people. We have Drake Calendar, Ethan Horvath, Matt Turner as the goalkeepers. Defenders, Sergina Dest, who you know will be suspended for the first game. For the game against Jamaica. Christopher Lunn, young fullback as well. Mark McKenzie, Tim Ream, from Fulham. Chris Richards from Crystal Palace. Anthony Robinson from Fulham. Miles Robinson, formerly of Atlanta. Now with Cincinnati, Joe Scally playing in the Bundesliga, so that's their defender. So people of that squad there, I see only 2 MLS players so far, Drake Calendar and Miles Robinson. So definitely a lot of quality in the defenders and the keepers. Now let's go to the midfielders and the forwards. Some names that you will all know. So one of the players that I thought might have not made it in this squad, just back from injury, finally saw him on the bench today for Bournemouth for the second game. Tyler Adams, very, very good player, but would be very surprised if he started against Jamaica just due to lack of match fitness. Johnny Cardoso has been playing really well in Spain, as has Luca De La Torre, both getting minutes now. Luca pretty much a nailed-on starter for the most part, and Cardoso has been for about a month or two now since his move from Brazil. Then Weston McKinney, another player that when I made my first video about this upcoming match, I thought he would be out. Another one that returned, played really well on the weekend for Juve with 2 assists in about 89 minutes of play. So, jumped right back in the starting lineup. So he'll definitely be starting against Jamaica unless he has a setback this weekend in his last match. We have Yunus Musa out of AC Milan. Maybe a little bit up and down with his form, but AC Milan has a stacked midfield when you look at their squad. So, still getting game time, but maybe not starting as much as he would like lately. Gio Reyna, definitely a player that is lacking match fitness for them, but the talent level is so incredible that Berhalter just probably didn't see a way to not put him in the team. And then the forwards now, we have Folarin Balogun, Ricardo Pepi, whose team lost in the Champions League today for PSV against Dortmund. You have Christian Pulisic, AC Milan, recently scoring a goal in their victory on the weekend. Josh Sargent, who is on fire at Norwich. I think he has like 10 goals in his last 9 or 9 in his last 8, something like that. Malik Tillman, another player who's been on fire for PSV, did drop out of the Champions League today, but played 90 minutes. He's a player that I think, based on form, we might need to look out for starting in this game. And also Tim Weah, who, usually starts in Berhalter's setup, but really hasn't been playing that much for Juve lately, just a lot of spot minutes off the bench, and also been playing more of a right wing back role, whereas for the USA, he usually plays right wing. So, curious to see how Berhalter plays it out. Does he put more emphasis on what he's been doing in the past games, or does he really rely heavily on club form to make his selection? So, looking at this team, I think, Jamaica should know that this is a very strong team. I think, when you look at each department, if you had to say one might be a little weaker than the others, maybe you'd say the goalkeepers. Of course, Matt Turner, who is their starter, really has had a poor season in the Premier League for Nottingham Forest. They've gotten a new goalkeeper in who didn't play well. Turner got the job back. Then they went for a whole other goalkeeper, and Turner's back on the bench. Ethan Horvath, though, has been on fire in the championship. He came in to start starting games for his team. I want to say Cardiff City, but let me double check and make sure I'm not making that up. I know that he was inserted into the lineup due to some patchy form by who was ahead of him. Yes, it is Cardiff City. And yeah, he's been starting since February the 13th up until now. That's about 7 straight games after being on the bench basically since the start of the season. Well, not the start of the season. He made a transfer there in January and got the starting role after about 2 weeks training with them. So Ethan Horvath, one that's on form. So I think that's the big decision. Drake Callender as well, one highly rated in the MLS. Many people touting him to get a move outside of the league. But I think it's gonna be a toss-up who the coach goes for. I think Turner is definitely the nailed-down striker from before, but when you look at form, I think the other two keepers might be on better form than him. So I think that's gonna be the one that you can watch from Berhalter. He might throw a curveball here. It might be Horvath starting. I do think if he goes away from Turner, Horvath has a slight edge, a little bit more match fitness. Calendar just kind of back in his MLS season and playing the Champions League as well. So a little more games under his belt and time with Horvath. But, who knows? He might stick with the tried and trusted Turner for this one, even though he's not on form. Then when you go to the defense now, I think the one that stands out for me here is Chris Richards. I think he's not one that has perennially started for the US, but I think this window might be where you see the changing of the guard in the back line. I think Tim Ream losing his place at Fulham lately might be a knock against him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Miles Robinson, Chris Richards, Anthony Robinson, and it's tough enough because Anthony Robinson usually plays right back for the US, but he plays left back for Fulham sometimes. So I don't know. I mean, if he goes with Scally will be on the right and Anthony on the left. If he goes with Lund will be on the left and Anthony on the right. So I think it just depends on who he goes with, which side Anthony Robinson plays on. And I would also like to think whichever side Bailey plays on, maybe they'd want to have Robinson on that side due to Robinson's pace. But, we might have a trick for them on the other side because I do believe that Cephas will be in the squad this time. So that's some pace on both wings for you. Probably more on the wing with Cephas. But yeah, if I had to predict a back four, I'm going to go with the more experienced Joe Scally on the right, Anthony Robinson left. I think it'll be Miles Robinson and Chris Richards in the middle. I think Ream, if he's playing more maybe gets to go. But I think the coach trusts Miles Robinson enough to be the more senior centre-back. Richards being a little younger, I think with his form in the Premier League, I think he's a starter in this game. Now we go to the midfield. Of course, let me check out the comments. I know I've been rambling a little bit. Let me see what people are saying. Yeah, Travis, Sunday games will play on Wednesday. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Travis, trust me. Things just fall, when the message them start flowing. About 4 different teams, Missy boss. I wonder how much coach we have. As I said, the YouTube coach them out. Next window, adding more players. Doki, 24 years, Union Berlin. Dilrosun, 24 years, Club America. Ferre, 22 years, Hamburg. That big, Sean, that big. Oh, miss out enough comment, people. I'm going to just go through the comments before I touch upon the midfield real quick. Okay, them are here. Yeah, respect. All right, Martin said, oh, wait, let me touch upon Sean. And they also lost Cairo. Yeah, Cairo. Scoring striker, so now everyone need to work harder to close that gap because the Brazilian striker they bought isn't fit. Okay. I hear you. The USA squad on paper is way better than ours, even if Grimmy no name our squad yet. Listen, no matter what Grimmy come with tomorrow, it can't beat the squad yet. In terms of names. Yeah, they have more exported players that play in higher levels. So, that's the joys of being a top 20 ranked team. Clubs around the world want your players more. It'll be a very tough game for Jamaica. USA have their strongest squad. Yeah, Sean, I was hoping that Berhalter would have come with some madness metrics and pick some people, but looking at this team, the man never really. I mean, the only player I can think of that I don't see on this list that should feel like, boy, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. It's probably Haji Wright from Coventry. Because, of course, we have players at Coventry, so I've been watching that team a lot. And Haji Wright has been playing really well in the championship for them. So I was a little surprised he didn't go, especially knowing that he was a World Cup forward that they had. But I think it was probably between him or Malik Tillman, and maybe the coach thinks Tillman can answer more questions, play deeper, play wider, play as a false nine, play as a cam. And maybe Haji Wright is more of a wing forward or a striker. So maybe those couple extra things that Malik Tillman can do, maybe it puts it over the edge. And the Champions League as well. Tillman playing Champions League, Eredivisie, Haji Wright playing Championship. So maybe that was factored in as well. Or maybe it was between Sargent and Haji Wright, and Sargent is the hottest striker in the Championship right now. So maybe the former Sargent was just too much to pass up. Yeah, man, Sean, we have some key players out, man. Gray, Pinnock, Nicholson, Bell. That's huge. That is huge. Yep, 4 sure starters. Now, this is what I can agree with, Sean. The players are out there, Sean, but I don't know what we're waiting on. I saw another Reggae Boy or potential Reggae Boy today, trying to just scout players as I do. Malik Madasil came off the bench today, 2 assists, helping his team get a 3-1 win in League One. So 2 years ago now, came out publicly saying he wanted to play for the country. I'll know me not hear anything about the player. If it wasn't for these shows, big up IMAXI Football and the rest that highlight these players that we should be going for, because without those things, I don't think any other fans would hear these names. And these are players that actually want to play for us, said it publicly. And isn't that what I always hear, the beef with the players from overseas? Them no want to play for we, them no love it. How we know them want to play? Them a dodge cap. Well, players will come out and say them wouldn't dodge a cap. Them want to find the cap to put on. We still not go for them. So I think I did, people. Love it up. Too much power. Alright, cool. Yeah, man. Richard starting almost every game now, man. Yeah, Peso, that was true. Actually, in play a lot of positions, In play CDM some game, in play right midfield, in play left midfield, in play right back. But the last game, because Gehi out, pretty much every centre back with them have out besides him and Anderson. So the last game he actually play centre back with Anderson. Yeah. So he was a versatile player. But for the US in this system, him playing the back 4 in the middle, whether left or right. Yeah, man. Uplab, Travis have good list, Him drop it last week when we had to do the squad. When we had try pick the squad when I think Hal Grimson would have come with. And it was a very good squad him drop, man. I'm telling him apart from like 2 players we have the same squad when me would have picked. Alright. So, alright, before me start the comments, me reach the midfield. So the midfielders on the list. Tyler Adams, as I said, just coming back from injury. Bournemouth, Johnny Cardoso. Very, very good baller. I think he's a player that Jamaicans probably not so familiar with, because he hasn't really ever been a part of the squad when they play us. But he's a player that I have been seen playing for the USA in the most recent windows. He was in He was in Brazil. I believe I'm pretty sure he's a naturalized US. I don't know if he was born in Brazil or not. He might have been. Um, but he just got transferred in January to Real Betis, and I'll just let you know his season so far. Just got there in January. He has a SOFA score rating in La Liga of 7.31 people. So he's playing really well. 8 games played, 7 starts, 78 minutes a game, 1 goal, 2 assists. A deeper line playmaker type of player, but also good energy, can get around the pitch. Um, good size in midfield as well. 6 footer. So look, it's a player that I think maybe we don't know much about, but I do think that he will be the one to take the place of Tyler Adams in that midfield. USA like to play a 4-3-3 system with 2 8s and a 6. I envision Johnny Cardoso being the 6. Maybe definitely not the type of energy and motor of a Tyler Adams, but I think what he lacks in that regard is a little bit better. Maybe tempo creator for the team. A little more silky on the ball than Adams as well. So, that might help in USA keeping the ball because, typically when we play the US, they have the bulk of the possession. And I think that Cardoso actually fits what they might need to play against Jamaica a little better than actually Tyler Adams, to be honest. But of course, Tyler Adams people know more, but you'll see when you see this guy playing what I'm talking about. Very, very silky on the ball. Fit into Betis midfield like he's been there for years so far. So really, really quality player. I think you guys gonna be, not pleasantly surprised, but surprised at how good he looks in the game. Another player that I think you guys should be somewhat familiar with. He's been around the US team for some years now, but always been basically just below in the pecking order to Adams, McKennie, and Musa in that midfield is Luca De La Torre. Not as big a player as Johnny in terms of size, but Luca De La Torre is a left footer. Very, very, very technical player. One of those that, maybe that new generation of US players. Sorry, he's not left-footed. Him just the way I play. I want to make him left-footed because he's just one of those technical midfielders. Not the biggest in size. Maybe if we can get tight to him, we can maybe dispossess him just due to the physicality. But he's really tricky, really good at drawing fouls. Drawing yellow cards and things of that nature. He actually hasn't been doing as well as Johnny in the league. He's been there since the start of the season. He's at Celta Vigo. So he's been there all year. I know that he made the move a few years back and has kind of worked his way into their team. Like the first year he was there, really just played for the reserves mostly, a lot of bench. But this year finally getting in the team, 26 games played, 21 starts. But of late has kind of been in and out of the starting lineup. But on decent form. Let me see what his stats are in terms of goals. So 1 goal, 4 assists. Definitely one that can find a big chance. Average about a key pass per game. So somebody that we have to stay close to in midfield. I think that's one that might link the play a little bit. With him and Cardoso, it depends what they do because I think McKennie will be the third midfielder that probably plays along with Musa. So, there's a couple of ways they could do it. Musa might be the deepest player with Johnny and McKennie, but I think the coach might let Johnny sit deeper and have Musa and McKennie playing the 8s. I don't think Reina starts due to him not really playing much games right now since he's moved to Nottingham Forest and not getting much time at Dortmund. So, yeah, I think the midfield 3 more than likely is going to be Johnny, Weston, and Yunus Musa. But I could see due to familiarity with the team and maybe more time with the team, he might go with Musa, McKennie, and Luca De La Torre. So those would be my 2 options for the starters. Johnny or Luca with Weston and Yunus Musa in the midfield. And then for the forward line, the players, I'll just list them first. Following Balogun, Ricardo Pepi, Christian Pulisic, Josh Sargent, Malik Tillman, Tim Weah. So on form, I think Josh Sargent, Malik Tillman, and Pulisic should start. But I don't know if he'll go with just based on form or he'll try to continue with what kind of worked for him in the front 3 because, The typical starting lineup is Weah, Balogun, and Pulisic. But as I said earlier, due to like club form, how they're playing right now, I if he goes with form only, the players on form that should start is Pulisic, Sargent, and Tillman. But we'll see how it pans out. Balogun has been the starter in all the windows since he's joined the team. But again, Josh Sargent is on fire. He might be the hottest striker going into this Nations League out of all the strikers in the whole competition. Just to give you an idea, guys, of Josh Sargent lately, what he's been doing at Norwich City. So basically since January the 1st, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals in 10 games. So 9 goals in 10 in the league for Josh Sargent since the start of the year. So talk about a good time to find form right when your national team have a big game coming up. I think the only thing working against him is, as I said, Balogun has started every time since he's become a US player. So I don't know if that will change in this big game. But they definitely have some really strong options off the bench. Yeah, man, Martin, make them know. Like up the video. All right, Travis, I drop him squad for upload. I'm going to read it out. Blake, Waite, Boyce, Clark. Goalkeepers. Then we have Lowe, Harding, Hector, Bernard, Dexter Lemekisa, Greg Lee, Javian Brown, Alvas Powell, defense. Alvas Powell going to make enough people head chip, Travis. But on farm, he's doing well. Can't go around it. Midfield, Demarai Gray suspend, but have to name, of course. K-Roy Anderson, Bobby Reed, Casey Palmer, Ronaldo Sifa, Samari Hutchinson, Latibo there. And then forwards now, Bailey, if not suspended, Antonio, Roof, J-Lo, and Boza. So, yeah, man, I like that. I would be surprised if Roof is called, but I wouldn't mind it because he definitely is a player that has the experience and can help us in a game like this. I just would be surprised. It's been a long time since he was called. I'm trying to remember, has this coach ever called Roof for anything? Somebody help me with that. Okay, now want me drop the link? All right, let me drop the link. Yeah, I'm overstand that, Travis. Overstand that, Travis. Yes, it rough. I actually heard some other things about Cole today as well. Pertaining to documentation and things of that nature, but didn't get any full confirmation, so I'm not sure. But I guess we'll hear more about that tomorrow because I'm sure Halgrimson does a decent enough job of letting people know what's going on. All right, people are going to let one of my fellow content creators join the stream. You may know him, you may not, but either way, I want you welcoming me into the stream. We're welcome on Unseen Sports TV. Where I say Unseen, wagwan, welcome.
Then Jason go down there, just support the thing, you understand me? Fellow
Yeah, man.
work and doing the work, you understand me? I have to come support and thing, I think we need to start with that more often on the platforms. Not really happening a lot again. We need to bring back the vibes back into the thing, you understand me?
Yeah, look, the way me see it, there are so many people out there in the world, and each one teach one, and once we help and support, we can reach even further than we even thought we could have reached. So respect for forwarding on, bro. And as we say, you can get into the conversation, just go through the US squad and try and make people know like what kind of form the players in, what we can expect, where we think Berhalter might go with his team. So yeah, you have anything to add based on what you see from the USA squad or anything we've been talking about so far?
I think the US squad will always be very competitive. It's just unfortunate that Jamaica have a lot of our key players out. Understand me, a lot of puzzles, things concerning our coaching staff at the moment with different players. And then, him have to look at how he can stop the US from scoring. It's not going to be easy based on the fact that he doesn't have his key players that he's looking forward to. But I think, the cause and the spirit, sometimes the spirit and the art, the lion art, can make a team, really rise to the occasion. You look at the Canada game, rose to the occasion, behind the 8 ball, about to be out of the competition. I would just rose to the occasion in 10, between 10 minutes, Jason.
Yep. It was a
So,
15-minute blitz. That's it.
yeah, so at the end of the day, if we can repeat that, and we can get that mindset, that guts to go there and do it, we can do well. Some of the factors that may stop us from thinking that way, maybe, because players feed off other players' energy. Hold on, I'm truck a pass.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to good now. Oh, you mute.
Sorry about that. I'm truck pass. It's be nice coming.
Yeah, man.
Up on the veranda still. Yeah. So at the end of the day, things can affect the whole cycle of the team, based on not hearing what will the NBA will not be there. I don't know if that's what they want to do. They don't make it official as yet. You understand me? But you hear Craig Butler talking that they want him back and trying to get him back to come now and play. And one mix up, but if I mix up thing.
No, well, I thought he did a good job of leaving everything open in terms of like he kind of said, well, if it is that him suspended, I just hope the JFF tell the whole story, and then him also say, but him know that him get called, him know that him get notification
Yeah,
that
I
they
know that.
want him.
I know that he get called as well. Know that.
So it's like if he got called, what would have happened from when they send that notification to now take the decision to suspend him? So that's why, as we said earlier in the show,
You see in the football in Jamaica, you have some persons, once they make a law, they ruling against the ruling, bro. Nah, go back point to easy and average. Me know that you're fucking.
well, at the end of the day, is too. I have heard too many conflicting reports today to feel comfortable giving the people anything.
Agreements could have bleed
You
blood
understand?
once.
And all me know is, tomorrow 12 o'clock is going to be, or 11 o'clock in Jamaica is going to be, big, 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 big show, because a lot of questions going to be there to be answered, regardless of how the squad look. Um, you know, because either way, if Bailey's in the team, I would have loved to know like why this was even a story, and if Bailey not in the team, why is it that we could have found that out before? These are the things I'm gonna understand. It's like, is it
And
that is it that too many?
the next question, I'm really look at it. When did Bailey get himself in problem? Was it the night before the game? Why wasn't he punished for that game?
No, well, if
Or
you
the
the
night
way I
after?
look at it, because I kind of spoke to that earlier, and I said, listen, if it happened in the last window, because based on what I know, or not know, but based on what was going on then, it would have been a Sunday night when Jamaica was gonna play the match. Must say, when what day of the week Jamaica played the match against Canada in Jamaica?
He used to play on Friday and he play Saturday morning or so. Or he used to play the Saturday and play the Sunday morning. Or something like that.
All right, the 18th of November. The 18th of November, that was, I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, the 18th of November was the Saturday morning. And the game was supposed to play the Friday, though.
Yeah, and play Saturday morning.
Reno. And they play Saturday morning. And then the man them never leave Jamaica to go to Canada the same day or the night.
Something like that.
So I wonder when them would have gone out then. Because the whole thing was like a Sunday night party thing, you know. So I wonder which window this is even going. Because me did I feel say the Canada window this one.
You hear me say, I want him to know, Craig Butler not afraid to talk, you know. So you see, so after tomorrow, the man they got lash. If JFF ever say wrong thing, the man they got lash out.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Hal Grimson don't really strike me as a brother with afraid for talk neither, you know. So if something is something, I'm sure we're gonna find out tomorrow.
Feel like they want, there's some little thing, the Butler situation, you know, them like the man them go off a Butler, brother. Anybody who that close to him, I get attacked wicked.
I bring on Chemo.
Big up, my G. Big up.
Yo, Chemo, what go on, bro?
My there, man. All is well?
Yeah, man, all is well, man. Just the whole reasoning night before the squad reveal and thing, and
Yeah.
just I try update the public on the USA squad because I don't know who have to play our next team, so I have to make them know who will play.
Yeah, I just said I watch one CBS Sports Gala, so you know, and I don't know if you did see, was a week before last, Malik Tillman, but then again at the forward, him did I say him attack like Jamaica, like him don't know nothing about Jamaica team, like him I say, oh really? Jamaica? Oh, I hear they have some players. Him like go attack like that, like him a undermine who have, like him a basically I say, oh, okay. It's like it's a walkover. So Thierry Henry did I say, oh, okay, I hope guys like Mikel Antonio are watching this and Bobby Reed. You see me? I hope
Yeah,
them are
man.
watching this.
I'm sure say Big Meeks clip that and send Antonio, man.
Yeah, man, them for see, them for watch it, brother. Because you know, all people are talking about, yeah, we don't have the strong team the team of course. But at the end of the day, you know, come for the day, play. Me not gonna say we're gonna match them in a every position, but play football and play them and respect them in a way where we know where them are come with. So we have something we're gonna counter that with. You understand me? We are gonna have a plan. And maybe we can we can win the match 2-1 and we have to have belief. A semi-final with them, we have to remember how we get there. We can't just go there regardless. Grain are there, so we just have to give up. Regardless of Peanut there, we have to give up on Mary Bell or Leon Bell. We have to still go play. Remember some money that a World Cup we are trying going and that are the big aim for Grimmy, you know, try to go World Cup. So where the man them know when they really cement themselves in the team, or if they want to cement themselves in the team, make a name for themselves. Because Thierry Henry, them man they don't know them man they are legend. Them man they look on them man they can see. You can hear them man talk about Jamaica side, you can see them man they see Jamaica as a threat. Them man they do him look research and say, yo, them you can I say that Jamaica, what them watch this. So them man they say, yo, Jamaica, you think. So me that love can go on there. So them give them feature beating USA. We can make the coach get feature the game because them are they are. We can get feature. More highlight that for you. More highlight. Can I tell you? So we play against them. Cephas play good. Bailey Kadamati play good. Two man that make name for themselves again, you know. You forget about all say grade that player and then confidence is a hell of a thing. Them man their confidence are gonna go over the roof. You would have think say Canada game bad. And that game I would have bet bigger and a bigger if we beat. This would have been the biggest victory in our history.
Yeah, man, because even when they ask Halgrims at the press conference and them say, you know, what would you say is the biggest victory And him say, well, hopefully the biggest one will happen in 2 weeks, you know. So Al Grimson know the type of win and what this can do for the profile of Jamaica, the
And
confidence of Jamaica. And just to give the players another belief that, you know, we don't necessarily have to be, not that we shouldn't fear these teams, but we shouldn't go into these games thinking that we don't have a chance, you know. And I think at the end of the day, one thing I learned from Hal Grimson team so far,
yeah,
very rarely, besides I said the only game we play under Hal Grimson so far where it feel like the game they done early on was probably the Mexico game.
semi-final.
And
Yeah.
yeah, every other game, I think, but 85th minute, we're in the game. We could have scored one goal and draw it, or we could have maybe get the winner and don't draw no more. You know, so my hope is that we have a similar game like that where we're in the game late.
Yeah.
And look, when you have danger on the counter and you can defend properly, you always have a chance in a football game. So it's just gonna come down to defending properly for the entire 90 minutes, not
Yeah.
switching off. And we can't give them any goal. Let them earn what them get. No
Yeah.
mistake. We give
And
them a goal.
we also have to, if I have a chance, we have to take it.
We
And
have to be clinical.
also my things that the formation for change or tweak a little going into this game, but I know. But at the end of the day, as me I say, some players are gonna get called, them need to try to make them name and pull up them socks because the players where we have at our disposal and potentially can play for we. If them man they go look on them documents, most man will ever get called and filter in for someone. Them not gonna end up there on the side. But what them can do for keep
Yeah.
the coach keep an eye on them is actually putting a performance in our important game like this. The guys where everybody there root for and a call, like the C fast. Corberg, yes, him a get old, but I know say if him come up with the goods and score a goal and an assist and win 2-1, you understand? Or give an assist and all up play and play with the badge on him for them shoulder, him sleeve, or whichever way them phrase it. Everybody has to say Corberg, you know, we look up to Corberg because Corberg really put in a shift. Yeah, he might not score, but you see him did a play. Him run back, you know, all of them look a thing there. It's not gonna be an idea to beat that team here without certain big names. We're gonna need every single body. We're gonna need the fans. We're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need the players on the bench and the 11 the players out there play for each other. You understand? We're gonna need the support from we. You understand? But
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The
at the end
12,
of
the
the day,
12 man are gonna help a lot, man.
yeah,
I
because
mean, one
Mhm.
thing may I hope for too, because the last time I remember, I think it was 2015 when we did play USA in the semi-final in the Gold Cup in
yeah,
Atlanta. I'm going to match. And you see, through Mexico did I play the game after we and
mhm,
Mexican fan them pull up the place.
yeah,
The whole of the fans them were there for Mexico are cheer for Jamaica. So may I pray the same thing go on where Jamaica have them fans and
yeah,
Mexico just a cheer for we because them not like USA.
yeah,
Because the
exactly.
same thing go on the night there, you know, you see when we score the free kick and go up, the Mexican fan them start cheer for everything what we're doing at the match.
Yeah,
Because them full up them stadium for see the next game. I'm feel like the same thing it's gonna be where Mexico play the second game and we play first. So
I,
that simply means the
I
Mexican they
mean,
might feel and cheer for we again.
Unseen and Jason, me always have high hopes and big ambition. And yeah, me know say the team that reach a level or want reach a team because no when me ever feel good about Jamaican team, when for each position we have 3 replacements for each position. Them time them me ever feel good. The only position safe in a Jamaica team right now, you know, at the goalkeeping area, you know, no else they're really safe, you know.
The
No
goalkeeper not
else they're
safe.
really safe.
The
Eh?
goalkeeper not safe. The goalkeeper not safe, man.
Me say it's safe because we have the youth name Wait. You understand? But to bad. It not that me not believe it that serious. We have Wait, we have Amal Knight, we have my name,
I'm
the
on
little
night job. I'm on night job gone down now. Different man at
boy.
the field. Say no
And
safe.
we have the youth name Iber. We see we have some keepers. But anyways, as I say, we have to we want to reach that level there, but the JFF, it come like it's a battle fight with the JFF, with the players, against the players and the fans. Remember, we are trying to build an atmosphere going into the World qualifiers, because that will really pay, we really have higher arguments to find out to take us back to the World Cup, the second World Cup after how many years, But we want to build the atmosphere so when June the 6th come at the National Stadium, we can have a jam-packed stadium for the World Cup qualifiers and when the Nation League resumes in a September. But we need to get this out of the way. This victory can do a lot for Jamaica. Remember me tell you that. Even if we don't win the competition, but say we go win beat USA. I mean, know say if we beat USA and the man them coming back, Bowser coming back and Gray them coming back. Remember me tell you, we could win with the vibes and the whole atmosphere behind we could win the Nations League or win our first major international trophy. And then everybody know we're gonna start rally around the football. Because remember, what I mean, if we win the Nations League, when it come to the World Cup qualifiers in June, them have to do a parade, a parade trophy. And I drive around with the trophy and everybody motorcade in a Kingston, then they maybe do one, in a Moby or Ochi. But as something that must me a youth for the past 2 years, me not see what in front of me. I start to things way down the line. What can happen? What are the possibilities? I look for both the do's and don'ts. Yeah.
Which is right. And that's you have to do.
So really I look forward for see the youth name Kadamachi. In me look forward. I'm gonna feel like I came like this. Is a man, is a youth when I really have no name, and him I gonna really make. Him I gonna really make a name for themselves. I want to see him name be the Kadamachi.
Yeah, man. I think the fans, if you get a chance in this game, I think the fans gonna really like what they see. Whoever don't get a chance to watch him play yet, I think he's a very, very energetic player, technical, hold up the play really well. He play a lot more mature than him age.
Yeah,
That's the first thing you see him play.
Him look big in a body too, him look strong.
Yeah, of course. Him huge. Well sturdy.
But we need they select players like Omar.
I think about my squad.
Alright, I'm gonna go to your squad. Let's see your post. I'm gonna look on it. Alright, so unseen squad up on the screen. We have Shaquan Davis, Blake, Waite, Lembikisa, King, Hector, Lowe, Brown, Bernard, Greg Lee, Bobby Reed, Latti, K.Ry Anderson, John Russell, DJ, Casey Palmer, Kadamar Thierry, Corey Burke, Cephas, Kaheem Dixon, and Nicholson and Gray. Alright, so you are run with the news say him now go there.
Yeah.
Alright, well. So basically Dixon replaced Bailey for you.
Me just know say coach I go pick him because I'm performance not in that. So
well to be honest, man now beat you unseen because when I did the original program when I said I was gonna pick the 23 base pan what I think Halgrimson I gonna do, I did put Dixon in it as well because I look on it like every squad lately I always have one local player in it. And to me, that would be the local player that I'm going to put in it this time. I don't think the Mario Phillips going to make the cut this time.
no, he's not that cut.
And I would argue maybe King, but I thought he would go back for Harding before him go for King. But I could be wrong on that.
I think King is easier for him to select. It's easier for him to get King. If you watch the Trinidad game, King was like the player that get leading, like he was an A defender. He got different roles. Like if you look at the game, you will see.
Yeah, he played him at CDM. He played him at defense.
Right. So
Yeah.
So those are instructions that were given to King to look at, see if there's an issue, if King can slide on the limit as well.
Yeah, but what about the evaluation of what him do? Because I don't think him play that good in the games.
Well,
Just because they put him in a whole bunch of plays don't mean.
No, but other people may see. Other people may look at it that way. Other people may look at it the other way. People may say King did well. You can't say King never did well.
Man, them I get upset through the USA picture. Man say, yo, take that off my screen now, man.
That's how I say, Kimo.
Yeah.
You can't say King not do well, you know. Our next man can't say King never have a bad game.
Yeah, of course. It's always gonna come down to opinions at the end of the day. And that's why sometimes when Travis a beat we cause we're on them program here talk about squad. I say Travis has so life going on. Everywhere around the world when squad people think different things about it, you know, just so life go.
And if we did have Graham Bailey and Pinnock and Bell, people would have still have complaints, you know.
Yeah, man. That's always happen, man.
You know, say if Dixon never did it and then they bring Parker Blacks, would have a problem.
Parker Blacks are a good send of ours.
If me never see Burke, I see Parker Blacks, more the feel away.
No.
For the big man level. No joke.
More the feel away neither.
Because something about, even though him have age, because basically him and Burke would have been at the same age range.
I feel like he have something to add. Left.
I feel like Parker Blacks. You feel like Burke have something to add in that match?
No, Parker Blacks. I think he have something in him where.
Yeah. Even one of them striker that I feel like if he play with the big man, like the big guns.
Hold on. Parker Blacks at the end of the 60?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Adrian Reed, Parker Blacks Reed, and Bobby Reed, the three Reed, them day night.
Yeah. So I feel like oh, you say, him getting goals them. So my time we need that man in the team. You need them man in the side. You have to have 3 different striker or 4 different striker on your side. You can't have 3 striker will play one way. Because if you have Mikel Antonio on your side, I don't believe you need a quarterback.
True, man.
You get what I say? I don't believe you need a quarterback.
But Mikel Antonio right now, risking Mikel Antonio.
So when Antonio come off the other day, right?
Yeah.
And we did need a next player to do what Antonio do. And we bring on Trevante.
Yeah.
It never worked. But it's not because he is a similar striker to Antonio, you know. It never worked.
Yeah.
I just him now execute when he can do on the field.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I fully agree, say, you know, for have like for like in the team. But I just feel like sometimes Hal Grimson don't have to make the like for like change.
Yeah.
You see what I say? Like, just because you have the option as a like for like on the bench, don't mean it have to be the change at the time. But I feel like it's good to have that because, especially knowing Antonio history, if him pop down in any way, you want to know you don't have to change the tactic of the team entirely.
I don't think Antonio should start the game either. I think Antonio should come on in like the 65th minute, the 70th minute. Yeah. And see, and hopefully we lead in like 1-0 and make it that change.
See me personally, would I rather start him and make him play till him can't play no more and then sub him. But may I wait and see what happens this weekend because them a play Villa this weekend and based on how them play
tomorrow.
They
play tomorrow.
The game midweek as well. So based on how them end the game, the last game I play way better with him. I play striker. More and see if Moyes are gonna put him back in the starting lineup now and see how long him can play in one game. Because I think that will let me know if he's ready for starting the Jamaica game or not.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna make you know still, you know, because here we go. Remember say we did a play good with Kudos and Bowen them. So you know you have to work for your game back. So him cannot play good.
No, but what I say is, you know, if you look on how the man them play in the first half of the last game with the system where them did use,
Yeah.
and how much better it looked. Them play way better in the second half, Kimo. And a big part of that was because them have an actual focal point. Now you free up Bowen and Kudus for do what them want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though it didn't work, it still can work with Antonio because you put Paqueta in the pocket behind Antonio and you have your two winger them can play on the actual wing and do what them do. So the balance better that way to me in a them team. And then you don't have to play three, because basically them play three central midfielder and then I play Paqueta wide. When Paqueta really don't want to play wide, really, he want to come inside and control the game. So Antonio makes sense for them side, big brother. He have to start for them be them best version of themselves from where me see.
This is how I'm going to tell you. This is how I'm going to say to myself. So you see that ball game that I'll give you plan to play handball business. Not going to work with that with US. US man them physical and can run and jump and buck ball just like we.
You know, sir, with all Grimsey still, but believe in all in a Grimmy. In another away
and by the way, me just go check. Parker Black's not up on the 60-man squad. Me didn't know him never up on it.
Eh?
Yeah, the only Reed them are Adrian Reed and Bobby Reed.
Wow.
You understand what I say? Jason Gona. The man them big, physical, strong like them. Big, physical, strong like we. And them know. Them are wait to Jamaica. Them are set up them team.
Greg Berhalter, him an idiot, him smart. And you can't undermine him intelligence. You see me? I underestimate him intelligence with football. And so you can't do the same to Grimmy. Grimmy smart, Grimmy willing to adapt, and Grimmy improve. And Grimmy are gonna take us to the World Cup. And Grimmy can take us to a victory also against USA. But the plan, we just have to find the right plan and execute it on the day. Which we feel like him are going to do good. I believe we're going to go out there and get even embarrassed if we don't get the result.
What do you think him are going to play? What type of football do you think him are going to play? That more you tell me?
Discipline football. Discipline.
Yeah, we're not we're not gonna see this, building up through the channels and the thirds. Unseen.
Unseen. You can't expect that.
Yeah, but unseen. When we play other teams in CONCACAF, like a Costa Rica, right? We maybe sit back. Even at them game there, even when we have the time, we tend to go more direct. So against USA, we're going to be pressing us. We don't think we'll clear out the ball. And I wouldn't say we can't win that way, because we can win that way because we win that way before. But
why?
Nobody expect to see no.
We need.
This is what I'm saying. So once you jump, say you're there, Trinidad and Tobago, you're them team, you play direct. Cool, you get through. When you step up to the level, you start play teams who understand how to stop you upon the counter, how to stop you upon the direct play. Put numbers around the ball when the second ball come out. Your strength nullify. I remember the last time I remember the last time Quarterback played against USA, and the man make Quarterback run up and down and can't touch the ball. Run up and down like him mad. Can't touch the ball. Same coach USA team. One ball go down, Quarterback try to buck it off, boom. End up up on a defender. Quarterback start chase, boom, 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 ball 6 passes on the back. The Quarterback is tired. When the attack reach, Quarterback again in can't run. Remember good no man.
Yeah, no, true. But you see the thing is, you see if all right. I have no issue going direct if it's a long pass, but sometimes we just clear the ball with no aim.
No intent.
If it's a long pass into a channel with a player to win it and a second ball option as well, then it can be a way to cool off the press, because once you play some direct long balls that are accurate, they're going to think twice for pressing so hard, knowing that the space is behind.
But the long ball, what we play a long ball with our two defender mark one spot, one.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like it have to be more strategic. We have to know, say, okay, certain things when certain players get close together to each other enough, then we can trigger the long pass. Because we want to make sure we have somebody for win the knock on. But a lot of times you play the one ball to man with 3 man around him with nobody for win the second ball close to him either. So you expect a miracle there. So yeah, we have to be strategic with it. It can't just be a clearance. But more I read the comment what Wizard say. Wizard say Henry want to coach Jamaica, but Canada need him. It look like Canada will give him the job for the World Cup. Wizard, where you get that information from? Because Henry are my baller, you know. If Henry ever coach Jamaica, you see, man, my gosh, JFF couldn't tell him who to pick, you know. Man, I pick him side. Travis, a war with know yourself. But I war with people, Travis. But unseen your squad, I just couple things more that change. Me not bring King. Me know I hear baller, but me not bring him. And if Bailey not there, would I really prefer them go for JLo and not Dixon. Because I feel like JLo more ready for actually do something in a game like this.
You know who we should have go for better with the cup for Wizarding, no joke.
Yeah, that's the two things that change in the theme squad. I actually really like Shaquan Davis. So if Boys Clark now come, but I prefer him over Foster, even though Foster might have better than Davis right now. But me just look to like who have the brighter future.
Davis are best keeper in the league right now.
Yeah, no, but as I say, like, me hear a lot of people say Foster the best keeper, and me not argue with that. That's opinion. But what me I say is when you look on the two age profile them, it would have make a lot more sense as a third keeper for bring the younger keeper. That's just me. So me that's Davis. But yeah, me that just drop out King for Hector. I mean King for Harding, and me that drop out Dixon for JLo. And that team they look very similar to what Moda picked, to be honest.
Okay.
Very, very similar. Burke. Oh yeah, Moda take out Burke as well, more than likely.
Burke, I have to go Burke, brother.
So Burke for JLo and keep Dixon.
I don't know about JLo.
You don't have time for Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe never play bad for Jamaica yet, you know.
Never said no, but
and him not getting a chance to it either.
The man just in and out of the team every time, but he perform when he come.
I think the coach, about it at time for you.
I think the coach like him. I think it's other people around the team that like him. But that's just what me I say about that. Yeah, man, Henry would have been incredible, brother. Trust me, I've never heard that. I wish I did hear that. We get some breaking news in my chat tonight from Wizard.
To me, it looked like Henry have an eye upon Jamaica team.
That's all?
Yeah, him like the team.
I'm going to break that news tomorrow. Henry, you want to coach Jamaica?
Travis, you see what the man say? The man said once one of our domestic players deserve the chance, he must shout for them.
Who said that?
Know yourself, I tell Travis that, man. Because I'm aware Travis about him only love the overseas ball of them.
Oh.
Travis want to know where them there unseen, where them there.
But who there?
See my ask you where JLo and Tony are roof there in their squad.
Watch out. All roof.
They never have
all roof. They not pick that side that's smart. Like them want go there.
I train 3 man squad, me a picking up, brother.
Yo, I just realized and seen my squad different from yours, big man. Because my sister, I just realized you now have Antonio and you now have JLo, which me already say.
We have to take out C first then.
You have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you have 7. Well, you have 8 defenders if you count Latte as a defender. So I really 7 you have. Well, I hear a squad in a boss.
Defense time, I'll get more numbers.
Yeah, Uplab, remember, you know, there's a rumor around today that Bailey will be on suspension for this window. So unseen working with that and don't have Bailey in it.
So what more I know? So Bailey never play at all? With a third or fourth or semi-final or third or fourth or final?
Well, based on how it was reported today, the suspension would be for the window, not for just a game.
Wow, that's crazy.
So in about a little under 12 hours, we'll find out what is really going on with that situation.
That could have been dealt with a different way. You don't know.
Yeah, as I say, Kimo, I don't want to really turn the conversation down the road there because I have no proof say it's actually true, and I've
Mhm.
actually gotten conflicting reports today from different people. So I'll just wait like everybody else who want to wait because I'm not really sure. But me did speak on it because it been out there. But yeah, I'm not so sure what going with that situation. Some people say it's definite, some say them not sure, some say it's a foolishness. So the truth is somewhere inside all of them things.
Tomorrow we'll hear.
Tomorrow we'll hear. That's all we
And
can do at this
if we're
stage.
not here, we'll see. If we're not here, we'll see.
Jason going on.
Yo,
You see that what I say now?
yeah,
That's why I'm picking tonight.
got you.
Yeah, man, I get it.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, somebody did send me something like this earlier with some other player on it, but me never see this one yet today.
Who can go and custom about King now? So the man get picked responsibility. Now the game then. Then I use no brain to say the man will get picked.
Well,
Press can go on shot. Him not like King.
bless up Donovan.
And I bless you. I sell them. Is a sell them. I look this about. I have to get selling them.
Me not think King will stay at Jamaica too long. King above the Premier League level.
No, but not you don't have control over that. And see, you are saying anything. If you think say if
If him
he could
stay
have
1 more year or 2 more year like that, no more national call.
that's so much you the man, brother. Look how much man I play at a high level at team age. Really?
Wait, which Paul and I talk about King?
Yeah.
No, but we still want to understand though, Kimo.
Mm-hmm.
This scenario we have now.
Yeah.
How many bad things happen in football? You know? At the end of the day, we still need to get a work up though.
Yeah.
Watch this now. A case now where Blake, him bailing me not play for Jamaica again. Based on how him take it. Tomorrow, I will be the judgment day.
Then, bro, may I tell you this? It's never that serious. When we see we are qualified for Jamaica, a different thing. And then guess what, go on? Him really have a good international career then, brother. Think about it. Because you say if him now want to play for Jamaica, which other team him can play for?
He's not going to play for him school, in club team and use himself.
Crazy. I may tell you, based on when him do so far for the national team, it would be a miss.
Virgin, let me tell you, people make up their mind, you know, buy different. So, I'm already like,
Well,
so people make up their mind, Kimo. I know he's a man, he make up their mind, and nobody can change it for certain things.
Why
well,
Jeremy
yeah.
and Blake?
Let's see
Jeremy
what
and
the
Blake.
national
Tomorrow
team.
we'll find out. Tomorrow we'll find out Jeremy and Blake.
National. That's what I tell a man, you know. Then you go somewhere and you have work, and the person was supposed to deal with certain things you are not dealing with. Leave it alone, brother. Better you go away and come back. More they make things pile up. So when they that it roof that brother, or the pan button bus, don't want to go back, you know. Not at all.
Them a play senior football, Travis. Them a play senior football. So that's why they can go in a senior team. Them
You
not
understand
play.
what I say? You understand what I say, Kimo?
Yeah, man, me hear, man.
That's why I believe in a free work thing. I want to get him paid, brother. So that me started. You see me and Jason gonna give me a contract, and Jason one time if you pay the money, Jason gonna start give me story. We just cut. Jason gonna can call back to work, you know. But he must give me money. No, you see, if me make Jason gonna keep on tell me things I'm there all long. You can't call back and give me no work. None at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Know yourself say I heard the USA stream saying they want a mixture of MLS and tactical. Was like no need for MLS, any MLS player. Did you hear him? That's how far the level gone. Yeah man, them a look right past the MLS player them and look how the MLS player them I get some beaten to Mexico club side them. The man them a see that and I say,
Mexico a big side, brother. Mexico football, no, brother. Money I run.
Yes, right, coach. Bro.
The
What happened
breed.
to Brandon Cover and Wes Harding? Well, Cover, Amos, I think it's gonna be a little tough for him to make it. Only because him can't quite get into a team that is very tough to get into, the Leicester team, but he's a very quality player. He's been playing right back lately for the U21. Can also play CDM and CM. But I think he maybe have a little more, maybe a year or two, or maybe by next season. If he can't get in the Leicester team, hopefully he can get a move to another team and get a little more game time in the first team. But definitely one to keep track of. Now I go see more dash him.
But you know, say really and truly, we have a baller, we have a rise, somewhere we have a drop. Because one of the greatest thing we all teams to do recruit some youth early, so hopefully them youth they can matriculate into the player where we don't want them to matriculate into. The youth name as midfielder. What the boy name? Dante Casanova, all them ball.
Yeah, Casanova, Splat, a lot of them out there, man.
Hopefully them can come. Them can be the next set of
Casanova and Splat. Well, Splat definitely are doing thing in the PL2 this year. Casanova kind of a little injury riddle, but every time him get chance to play, good write-ups about him. So
I follow him up too.
Two of them have talent. Yeah, man. From here about them, I follow them up, Even if I can't watch them, I look for stats, try to find articles about them. More keep up with them, man. Come nobody now go tell you about them, Kimo. You have to go do the research, And that's why I'm want to run out with some show, because I feel like some of these players don't get the highlight what them deserve.
Yeah.
And me's not a person who can highlight baller in a JPL, because talent now no address schema. That me know. Talent now no address.
Yeah.
You can find talent anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah, but as soon as I start talking, so people are gonna say, root for the overseas players, blah blah blah.
Yeah, at the end of the day, me not make them think that bother me, because I was once like, playing football overseas, trying to play for Jamaica when I used to play football, and me know like the way how them go, like it's almost like them feel like them almost expect you to play a certain way when you come from a certain place. So it's like it's like you have to double prove to them what you can do. So I kind of will always fight for them, because I did in them shoes one time. I did leave Jamaica and go play ball overseas and then come back for try and make a side. And I did see the kind of like I'm not gonna say stigma attached to it, but I could have kind of feel like them did I feel say probably wouldn't be good enough. You know what I say?
Yeah.
And I just prove to them every day, say, yo, I have it, like we can play with them people, not that hard. So I know what can go on with the whole politics side. So I just want to talk straight and fair. That's all me depend. Oh, somebody asked you, Kimo, who if Antonio not starting, who you will start?
Antonio not starting, start the baller. The young youth, Billy Karamaki. Starting.
First international cap in the semi. Starting.
Yeah. Why not? Remember say it may not be the unknown factor, nobody not really know. Me know them are gonna do them research. But on the day, and him young, remember he's a young youth, I want to express himself.
Well, one thing them say sometimes when you're inexperienced, you can be so inexperienced that you don't even realize the magnitude of what you do, and you just play.
Yeah.
So hopefully you would have a situation like that.
Yeah, exactly. Not know the magnitude of the game, of course. Because the youth look promising, man. Like I feel proud say him even in the team right now because I can tell us that you are going to do great things. I give him by ball. I get a ball and by ball, but maybe next season. With all Premier League teams, would all want it. NRC is the Premier League teams would all want it.
Okay, so is Canada gonna get him?
Canada will get who?
Them say Henry for coach them.
But they might get wait name ya. What you call it? They might get
Them say Thierry Henry. So them say Jermaine Blake. Me see I ask about Omari big man. I may tell you say 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Jamaican time. You get all of them answer there. Me not go tell a lie to you, big man. Me not have the answer them right now. At all. Me not have the answer them right now at all. Just be a speculation and all kind of rumors them spreading. Like Gregory Isaacs, but I don't know nothing about the real thing yet. Too many conflicting reports, Jermaine. Too many. Travis a beat King. Travis a tell me J-Lo in 23. Know yourself a dead with laugh. Know yourself, just cool, man. I say it going on. All day long, my phone a ping, 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 ping. And some number we never see before. But let's say tonight on Ryan show that he hope the coach taught the truth and that. Yeah, man, uplab, me did see it, man. I'm read through every single line. I read it, man. I read right through the line in that book. Travis Naram for beat him, and the man say he was a used car dealer, but la fraud.
Yeah, but we can't matter about the car forever.
Yeah, Travis, me agree. Dixon play senior football just like Mothersill them. Yeah, man, that's true, man. That's true.
You want to start Dixon?
I wouldn't start Dixon, no.
That game are too big for him.
Yeah, man, I think if you go play Dixon, bring him on. I wouldn't start Dixon in this game, no.
You feel Dixon? There's a feel Dixon not gonna score in that game, eh?
Yeah.
If him play.
Play.
Yeah, me not put no pressure upon Dixon. If Dixon come on, me cheer for him for do well, but me not go tell you say him go score a goal or nothing like that. Really good car, have millions in the bank. He don't have to play for Jamaica. Wow. That is true, Wizard. But I feel like him do it for the love, you know. Because I don't think Bailey really care about the money when he come out to Jamaica. He just love play for the country.
As a yard man, and
I know Bailey love play for the country, you know, because I see Bailey play a game injured, you know. Like literally can see the man injured and not play.
No, but watch out now. You see what they when them there stadium for the match when we mix the 3 goal. I take picture of the match, you know. Me there session I take picture, you know. Yeah. I know so really and truly the ball I play with I wait them that they kick him.
He have a big like stitches on him leg and him something, right?
Yeah, it look away.
Well, I remember before that game when him get the tackle, what caused it. I said, damn, look how the man get mashed up before him have to come, man.
Yeah, and my rate him. In other window, them rate Damian Lowe. You used to see him as a walking red can, and Damian Lowe get my ratings. I not talk about for him do down and wait name, yeah. Me and him all a reason, and I see one of the youth them, Ryan must say did send go to him for interview. And the man, him a try style, Damian Lowe had that style, and Damian Lowe still make him ask him question for interview. Yeah, I mean, they respect that. You know, somebody that go on hype and run now walk with.
Well, I think Damian just mature as a professional. Like even in them game, obviously certain characteristics he not will be able to get out time. So him still play with that aggression, you know. But I do think for Philly, especially even last season when we see him play, him kinda understand him don't have to dive in as much anymore. I think him realize that people know him play hard, so him kind of use that against them sometimes. Him go on like him go do something and don't do it, and they might, you know, take them off of the ball or him can be able to get it from them. So him kind of use him smart a little more now. Hopefully him can continue that because we're gonna need him to step up without Pinnock. Him gonna need to really marshal the back line. And I know a lot of people they love when him play midfield, but I think he need to play defense in these games right here. So because we're gonna need female experience around there. Just marshal everything. I think the main thing with him is just realizing that he don't have to do every single thing. So when he win the ball, he not have to dribble it through midfield as well. Yeah. Because we don't need him to run out of the defense this game.
Yeah.
You need to stay around there. That's my perspective on that. Travis said, so what? Why did he come play before then? Bailey is wrong. If Bailey is wrong, he is wrong. That's why Jamaica can't get better, Jason. Yeah. Look, if why him suspend is for what I heard it is for, the timing is bad. And yes, as a fan, we want everybody play. But right is right, people. And the coach have to have rules and regulations and have to abide by. And if it detriment the team results, obviously everybody unhappy, but we shouldn't level the vex or we shouldn't be angry with the coach who carrying out the rules set. We should be angry with the player who break the rules. So let's not pick sides with who we vex with, if that is why. But as everybody has said, make we see who get picked and make we hear the question them we ask, and then the whole we can string up with YouTube tomorrow and talk about it. But for now, we just speculate people. It don't make no sense. Yeah, man, we want the best players on the field, Wizard. But them have for dead for the right reasons, though. You know?
Look how much ball and I get. Me have a video with me sending now and go. And some quality ball when I get called for the blood clot. Sorry about you. Sorry about that.
You're good, man. Late night show, man. You're good, man.
Get ahead of myself. And some quality ball I see me and I get called for USA, you know. Paxton Aronson, them never get called.
Yeah, man. Paxton Aronson, Haji Wright. Me never see Cameron Carter Vickers in the defense.
Yeah, Vasquez. Brandon
Vasquez will just go to Mexico. Kid Powell will just go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, a lot of them, man. Zende has where I played tonight in a Champions Cup.
Yeah. Well, no more ballers than I get, you know. I think a few more ballers that get called, but yeah, so yo.
But look on paper that USA team and Uplab, I'm not gonna put it on the screen again, and have to cost me. But that team they look very, very strong. It's basically the strongest them could pick, maybe with the exception of a few, but very, very strong squad. Breaking news: Megan Virgo. Respect, Megan. Thank you for viewing. Bailey in the squad. So Megan Virgo break the news, people. We're not to worry.
Breaking news. Wow.
So yeah, people, look. 2-hour stream it I get late in the night. I didn't want to touch on the UCL quarterfinals, but right now I feel like I'm just gonna lock off this because we have done enough talking. And as I said, people,
I say, yeah, man, tomorrow is another day, man. Enough more about get about tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow I'm glad. Tomorrow I'm glad I have my slate clean. I wake up early in the morning, do some research on some players because when that press conference done, at some point in the afternoon, I run out with a video. I don't care how much people they on stream. I just run out and the whole we can talk. But we get some clarity. As I said, people, if me have the chance, I'm going to get in at the press conference and the people, I'm going to click on my name and I'm going to ask a question. So if I get a chance for them there, so be it. Afterwards, we can tackle it out, talk about the squad. One thing I'm going to say, people, all Jamaican fans, anybody that watch this video, when the squad drop, yes, we're going to nitpick it. Yes, we're going to wonder why. We're going to ask question. But you see, when time the game I'm going to play, just get behind the team, people. I don't think it don't do anything for the players, but trust me, since I have started this program and making videos and coming on these YouTube streams, I have made a conscious effort to say big up to the ball of them when them post anything in them social media. And the response I get from the player them literally respond back to me personal and say, yo, respect, you know. So you don't understand what kind of difference it can make in them players sometimes. You know, sometimes when you might have feel to them now, look upon the message them. And you might have feel to them now, feel a strength from the bless up where you bless them up. Trust me, people, it make a difference. So when you drop the Jamaica flag, them let them picture them, man, and big them up all the time, man. And make them know so we are cheer for them. Not just when them score a bag of goal. When them have a rough time too, you tell them, yo, keep your head up, baller. You see me? And at them comment there, them are going to respond to because and everybody can come around when them are do good. When nothing are going for them and you still around, I big them up. That's when you can make a true difference, people. So that's how I'm going to leave it, people. More respect Chemo, more big up Unseen for coming on the program. And yeah, that is it, people. If you're watching on the watch back, just be sure to like, share, subscribe. Jason Guna TV with another live episode, and we're gone, people. Squad release tomorrow.
Go.
Out.